YouTube.
Wow.
You can do whatever you want right now. It's not like anyone's watching.
It's true. It's true. I could probably flash my dick on screen and no one would ever even know.
Take it out. Take it out.
Since Andy doesn't watch the show, he also hasn't noticed this on my pod.
That's awesome. As awesome could be. You are the man, sir. So, what's going on, YouTubes? All four of you that are listening or watching or being kind of generous, but you know. Man, YouTube is quiet. They don't respond.
Yeah, they don't. Such a dick.
Let's see. How many hits did I get on Shadowbane
I
today?
have you on the show because you're my friend, and you come on here and you just be a fucking dick.
I love you.
Uh-huh.
Let's see. We only had 79 downloads yesterday.
Aww.
Ooh.
Whoa.
42 today so far.
Oh. There's a bunch of noises going on.
What is going on with the noises? It's noise-tastic.
Alright, I gotta go on here.
You've got to hit these buttons right here.
You turn the page.
Wash your hands.
Turn the page. You wash your hands.
Oh, classic.
That voicemail.
Where are you, really, really big man?
Alright. So we have that voicemail ready for later. I gotta put my headphones on. Hopefully the kid doesn't wake up because my wife's not home and I won't be able to hear him. Uh-oh.
Well, if we hear anything, we'll let you know.
Yeah.
Alright.
Haas.
What?
What?
Huh?
What?
Who?
Fucking horse.
What?
Every last one of you. I'll fucking kill every one of you.
Kalisto for WWE champion.
He's in the tournament. Oh, do I have to pretend I don't know who advanced on SmackDown? Or can we just talk openly?
I haven't read the spoilers.
Okay.
I don't know what's going on, so
If you want to be a dick and spoil everything, then that's your choice.
go for it. It's on the internet.
Alright. Well, because I hate you, he's still in it. You're welcome.
He beat Ryback.
Yeah.
Was he facing
Wait,
Ryback?
Kalisto's still in the team?
Kalisto beat Ryback?
Yeah.
Was it because of Kevin Owens?
No.
Wow.
Your new WWE champion. Kalisto.
We'll talk about that on the show.
I don't really know.
Well,
This tournament.
we'll talk about it on the show.
We'll figure it out. I'm gonna learn.
Speaking of
That's
the
how I
show,
It's the King of the Ring.
Oh, no, that was at my hometown. We had the King of the Ring.
This is essentially King of the Ring, except
Okay.
instead of winning a crown, you win the title.
Oh. They should do like WrestleMania 4, where the entire pay-per-view is just people fighting for the title. I love WrestleMania 4.
Yeah.
I thought that's what they were going to do, but no, they have other plans.
Oh, sons of bitches. That'd be so great.
Because you got to get your Brothers of Destruction versus Wyatt Family Survivor Series elimination match in there.
Mm-hmm. We'll talk about that too.
Yeah, I don't know anything about that either.
I have issues.
All right.
Finger pistols without the fingers? What's going on there?
Bray's been riding the lightning.
Pew, 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 pew. Isn't that a reference to like heroin or something?
Yes. Yes, it is.
What was that SNL bit with Jim Carrey? Ride the snake! What the fuck it was?
What?
All right.
I don't know what you're referring to.
It was
I don't know
Jim
what's going
Carrey
on.
was on SNL, and that was some bit he was doing.
No.
He was like
Was
a
he
motivational speaker.
Was he talking about vaccines?
He wasn't like they didn't name a specific drug, but he kept going, ride the snake, slapping his arms around. All right.
Oh God.
I'm glad we're broadcasting, but not recording yet. 'Cause
All right, let's do this.
that's gonna live on YouTube forever.
Oh my God. I really want to cut that section out and make a separate YouTube video just so you can do that looping like 7 or 8 times.
Ride the snake.
Post it on the website.
224. Wait, we have a
Holy
website?
shit. I meant the Twitter or something. I don't know.
Beefcase Productions?
Yes, Beefcase.
I'm telling you, it's a great name.
And I never listened to that episode, so I don't get that joke. But anyway.
Of course not. Why would you listen to an episode of this show with
because
people
I've got
that you like
so
that are on
many
it?
different podcasts to listen to.
You fucking asshole.
I'm sorry.
Troy is baring his teeth for some reason. But just imagine the end of Shadowvane, like after you do your little credit spiel at the very end, just a voice at the very end of the episode just goes, Beefcake!
This has been a production of Beefcase Productions. Predictions.
Not even that. I just want it to be just one word at the end of every episode. Beefcase!
Just let it be like, there's just silence for a little bit and just, Beefcase.
That's creepy as shit.
Beefcase.
I'm going to play my air Bernie guitar.
Beefcase! 224. 224 in 3. You really should go back and listen to the episode because I fucking die when Sal calls him Brutus the Barber Briefcase.
Tell me what episode it is and I'll go back.
I don't remember. It's the one that's entitled Brutus the Barber Briefcase.
Oh, sorry. Bill's message on the side just made me die. Anyway, go ahead.
Shadowvane question. Does Michael Dunley do a second voice? Michael Dunley barely does one voice. All right. 224.
All right.
Take 7.
Uh-huh.
3, 2, 1, record. This week's episode of The Rundown is brought to you by that photo of Seth Rollins destroying his knee in Dublin. Not as bad as Sid breaking his leg, but worse than Austin breaking his neck. It's that photo of Seth Rollins destroying his knee that's all over the internet.
I haven't seen it.
There were rumors this week of AJ Styles being in talks with WWE because WWE tweeted a video of a match from, let's say, Velocity that AJ Styles was on, I think, from 2001. This turned out to be just speculation because AJ's contract with New Japan Pro Wrestling isn't up until January. Would you want to see AJ Styles in the WWE?
Yeah, I'm a big fan of AJ Styles. I think he would be an interesting addition to NXT.
I think his ceiling is NXT. I don't really see him as a main roster guy. But I'd like to see him in NXT.
He's got that TNA stink on him.
It's stinky. Stank. Put a little stank on it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is that like Rikishi's song from WWE Originals? No.
Which I'm sure you own.
Of course I do. No, that was... Never mind, that was Put a Little Ass on It.
Put a little ass on it.
Put a little ass on it.
Oh,
Ass on it.
For The Rock. I put my ass on The Rock.
Theme
Hall
song.
of Famer.
Awesome. I'm gonna play it.
See, if you do that, then I don't need to actually put the actual song on.
That was
With more bugs at launch than WWE 2K16, it's episode 224 of The Rundown. My name is Adam. I'm your host. It is Wednesday, November 11th.
We fight on Wednesday nights,
2015.
Michael.
Happy birthday, veterans.
Happy birthday, John Cena.
Joining me this week, oh dear God, what have I done? Trandy is back.
Hey! What's up?
Yeah, hail Satan.
Hail Satan.
Bill on the side says, I saw that photo of Seth destroying his knee. It was awesome. The end was all purple and the veins were poking out. His leg was at this weird straight out and slightly up angle, too. Wrong picture, Bill. Wrong picture.
That's the picture on my desktop.
Is that your background?
That's your wallpaper.
That's my wallpaper.
Nice. I should add that to my rotation, since I already showed you every wallpaper I owned.
My Google Chrome icon is right at the tip.
Oh my god.
I figure what came from the internet should return to the internet.
I agree.
He said came in regards to his penis. Let's talk about Seth Rollins' leg and not his third penis. This is regular one.
This makes me want to cry.
Doesn't it, though?
Penis.
Yes. Jonathan Coachman reported on Twitter this week that WWE champion Seth Rollins suffered tears in his ACL, MCL, and medial meniscus in his right knee. Injured at the house show in Dublin, Ireland, will be out for 6 to 9 months.
Yeah.
And, of course, the tournament at Survivor Series that started on Raw. Yeah,
that sucks.
Yeah.
Silver lining, two things. Number one, he didn't have to actually lose his title, which means that he won't look weak in that respect. Number two, maybe this will be a Triple H moment where he'll come back and they can book him right and make him a monstrous like babyface and just completely win over the fans and have a moment where he just returns and the fans just completely blow up.
Yeah, I think that's going to happen anyways. But
considering the reaction that he got on Monday when he wasn't even in attendance, you had people chanting "Thank you, Rollins." Yeah. I think that there's a good chance of that. So,
yeah.
According to the Wrestling Observer, WWE is likely to be calling in some quote very big names to appear on TV now that Rollins is out for up to 9 months with a knee injury. The site notes that the timing of the injury is particularly bad, with Cena, Lesnar, Orton, and other big names on hiatus for various reasons, which could lead to WWE bringing in some major names. It wasn't mentioned if these names would be for Raw or scattered throughout the coming weeks until Survivor Series or even for Survivor Series itself. A report this week suggested that Sting, should he be healed up from his injuries and able to return to the ring, might be used for Survivor Series in the Undertaker and Kane's expected match with the Wyatts. So that's a possibility. It is reported that Cena now will not return early from his hiatus. Hooray! Yay! He's still gone till the December. Hooray! As expected, WWE had to majorly rewrite their plans following Seth's injury. Of course, the company is no longer considering Rollins versus Triple H for Mania because Seth won't be back in time for Mania. Site notes that Rollins still would have been in the title picture whether he won or lost at Survivor Series. Then future reports say that he probably actually would have lost the title to Roman Reigns at Survivor Series. And would have been a main event focus heading into Mania. Site also reports that Brock Lesnar may be one of the big names WWE is contacting to appear due to the injury. Lesnar was not scheduled to return for a while. Is currently in Alberta, Canada on a hunting trip. So may not come back until he wants to, but WWE likely hoping to get him back as soon as possible. His next currently scheduled appearance is next month at a house show in Los Angeles. So Roman Reigns planned to win the title from Rollins before the knee injury. Currently rewriting plans. WWE planned on Roman versus Seth for Survivor Series and TLC. Unknown which pay-per-view Reigns would have won the belt at, but Rollins was set to drop the title. Plan going into WrestleMania season was for Reigns to be champion. No word now on how these plans will affect the tournament at Survivor Series to crown the new champion. Do you think we get another Deadly Games situation where Roman does make it to the finals and then turns out he is part of the Authority after all?
Actually, I was thinking, whatever that noise is. I was thinking Ambrose was going to make his big heel turn.
You think Ambrose is going to turn heel? It's going to be somebody.
Yeah.
I have a feeling, and Jim Ross posted about this as well. I have a feeling that that it is going to happen again. It did happen the last time they had a tournament like this at Survivor Series with The Rock. The Rock, went from the People's Champion to the Corporate Champion, and he rubbed his ass on it for The Rock. So. Yeah, I feel like at the end of the night, somebody is going to turn heel by joining the Authority, because with Rollins gone, with Cena gone, with Orton gone, with Lesnar, doing his thing, there is no big heel right now that can carry the company on that side of the card.
Right, and I think Reigns is your best choice to make a heel. A lot of the fans don't like him anyway. You got a lot of people really like Ambrose. You could get a few good pay-per-views out of just Ambrose and Reigns kind of feuding. So, and there's already history there. They've already kind of have been saying, they're best friends, and there's no better feud than like two best friends turning on each other. So I really think that's where they need to go with this, and then keep the belt on Lesnar until someone takes it off of him at WrestleMania.
I don't like the idea of Lesnar being a champion, though. Again, they've done that, especially at a point like this where there are so many people who are missing.
Yep.
You can't have the championship be not around.
Yeah, you also... This has really shown them again, like, you need to start elevating some stars. Because right now you're missing John Cena, Randy Orton, Lesnar is kind of is what he is. And we've got no one else really to fill the void. And now, I mean, we lose our top heel, and we should just be able to have another guy elevate up. There really shouldn't be any talk of, hey, let's put the title back on Lesnar.
Yeah, I think that is probably the worst idea that they could go with at this point, because there are so many people missing. You can't have a part-time champion right now.
Did I say Lesnar? I don't think I said Lesnar. Did I say Lesnar?
I heard Lesnar.
Oh, okay. I meant Ambrose and Reigns is what I meant. I don't know if I said Lesnar. I must have accidentally said Lesnar, but yeah, I've been drinking. Don't mind me. But I think Roman Reigns.
There's a shock.
Shocking.
I've been drinking again.
No, Roman Reigns, I think, is your right choice to be part of the Authority, to be that heel. People don't like him. Yeah.
I was hoping more for we were going to get Ambrose heel turn, and then for him to immediately be like, yeah, I'm not part of the Authority, and just start doing a Stone Cold run where it's essentially him just against everybody.
Yeah.
Could be interesting.
Let me try to bring up the actual bracket here to see who we've got on each side that could work out to the finals. So if you look here.
Oh, I've already made my choice for winner.
So we got Roman, Cesaro. You say you know who won on SmackDown.
Yes.
So was it Del Rio? I assume it's Del Rio.
Yes.
Over Stardust, yeah.
Yes.
And then Kalisto beat Ryback.
Yes.
Uh-huh.
And on the other side of the bracket there, you've got Neville.
Neville went over Barrett?
Yep.
Motherfuck.
Not a huge surprise.
Ziggler and Ambrose.
Yeah.
So it very well could come down to Roman versus Ambrose.
Yep.
I have a feeling that the finals on each side is going to be Owens versus Ambrose on the right side there, and we'll probably get Roman versus Del Rio on the left side.
I don't know. Kalisto.
Yeah. Kalisto is not getting past Del Rio.
So again, this is another thing where it's like, why?
If Kalisto beats Del Rio, then I'm picking Kalisto to go the entire distance.
I'm not.
I will say that right now.
Yeah. I'm just rather shocked that, like, in this day and age, we put Kalisto, a guy who's never won a WWE championship, and Neville, a guy who's never won a WWE championship,
and Tyler Breeze,
and yet world champion Jack Swagger is not in the tournament.
Fuck Jack Swagger.
A guy who we just saw on TV, so we know he's healthy. We know he's alive.
And
it's like, oh, we're not going to put a former... The Miz was in this fucking thing.
They're trying to forget that Jack Swagger was ever world champion.
I just like to forget Jack Swagger completely.
Aw.
All right. So, last note on Rollins' knee, then we'll go to the voicemail and talk about the rest of the tournament itself. According to WWE.com, Seth Rollins had surgery today to repair the ACL, MCL meniscus tear in his right knee. The surgery took place in Birmingham, Alabama, was performed by Dr. Jeffrey Dugas. They posted a series of pre- and post-surgery videos, which
I don't want to watch that.
At this time, Rollins is still expected to be out 6 to 9 months, which means he'll likely return between May and August of next year. According to PWInsider.com, Rollins posted the following message on his Facebook, quote, "Huge thanks to everyone who has reached out and extended their support over the last week. It means a lot to me. Surgery is done, and I'm on the mend. Every day is forward movement now. I'll be back before you can even miss me." So,
I already missed him, though.
somebody's clicking like a madman.
Sorry.
Picking up on the microphone.
Take a
Stop
wild-
playing Minesweeper during the podcast.
My apologies.
Fucking guess.
I'll edit that out in post. Don't worry.
Oh, you're going to produce this week?
Well, I mean my end of it.
Oh, you dick.
Oh.
Damn it.
Well, when I posted, we had an awesome new theme song.
We did have an awesome new theme song, even though you didn't edit it in correctly at the end, but that's okay.
What do you mean?
It's supposed to go right after I thank the... right after I say theme song is when
Yeah,
the theme
amateur.
song is supposed to start.
No, I
That's
made.
all right. So yeah, let's talk about that because
I did it my way.
because I thanked I Fight Dragons for the theme song, and then you used a completely different theme song that was not by I Fight Dragon. Was that 16-bit themes on YouTube? Is that who that was?
Yeah, I paid for it, so
You purchased it? Okay,
I purchased it, so they
that's
can't
good.
sue me.
I'll probably purchase those at some point because they are really fucking good. But for last week's Kevin Owens theme, search 16.
I can send it to you.
No,
Don't say that on the air.
I am not a pirate. I wouldn't. Don't say it off air because I'm not gonna take them.
Yar.
Yeah. Well, that wasn't
yes.
what time you had scurvy.
I forgot to eat my oranges for like 6 months. Okay. Yes. So go. So for last week's Kevin Owens theme song, search 16-bit themes on YouTube, and what's that site called? Is it Bandcamp? Is that what that site's called?
Bandcamp.
Oh yes.
Bandcamp, and you can purchase. I think he's got 3 or 4
He has 3 volumes.
albums. Yeah, up of those 16-bit WWE themes, and they're really fucking good.
They're
So,
really good.
at
Try
some
the
point-
Sasha Banks one.
I listened to that one. It was very good.
It's a good one to me.
Okay, so that's enough about Seth.
So yeah, if you want to continue to have a new theme song every week, go ahead and just keep having me do the episodes, because I have a bunch of them now.
All right. Let's listen to the
new theme
voicemail,
song.
and then we'll talk about. There's nothing wrong with the theme song that we have.
It's the Mrs. theme. There's something wrong with it.
We've been using it for 223 episodes. 223 out of 224 episodes.
Well then, see, that's
It's-
time. Enough
it's-
is enough, and it's time for a change.
It's iconic. If you can find me an 8-bit Owen Hart theme song, I will switch in a heartbeat. Pun not intended.
Aww. I thought we were done with the Owen Hart death jokes.
Bill on the side says, "One ball the pirate."
Not a pirate. Though. I'm
That's
not a
not
pirate.
an eye patch.
I don't get that joke.
Good times.
All right.
Talking about your penis. Oh, penis.
What happened last week in Ireland to Seth Rollins' knee ligaments could not have come at a worse time for the WWE. Going into WrestleMania 32, 100,000 people, the storylines needed to take shape. Instead, their Ferrari tore his ACL, tore his MCL, and part of his meniscus. Guys, I've followed sports a long time, and I know they're saying 6 to 9 months, but that type of injury is usually more of a year. A year without Seth Rollins. So now we're going to crown a new WWE champion. And there's 2 ways they can do it as far as what they culminate at Survivor Series. The wrong way is to have a babyface Roman Reigns win the belt, keep the belt, and become the new John Cena. The right way is to have Reigns and Ambrose in the finals and have one of them turn heel. The other wrong way is to have a babyface Roman Reigns win and have Sheamus cash in, because Sheamus is not interesting. He's nowhere near as entertaining as Seth Rollins. And I don't want to see Sheamus as champ. I know we're going to have to at some point, but fuck Sheamus. So, again, there's a right way and a wrong way. I think they did a nice job on Monday planting the seed where Triple H offered him basically a spot in the Authority. And you know, Roman's like, no, fuck that. But maybe Roman changes his mind. Again, Roman turning heel, Ambrose turning heel, one of these has to happen in Survivor Series in order to keep the WWE title interesting. Obviously, the way the brackets are set up, it's probably going to be Roman Reigns either against Ryback in the semifinals or against ADR. And on the other side, you're probably seeing Ambrose versus Kevin Owens. I don't think Kevin Owens makes the finals. Again, I think it's going to be Ambrose and Reigns. So we shall see what happens. On a side note, I think Paige called Charlotte a cunt on Monday.
That
Anybody
happened.
didn't catch that, please go back to the segment where she's being interviewed by Renee Young, and she basically insinuates that Charlotte's a cunt. Which even Renee was kind of like, ooh, Jesus. Also, I thought this was very funny. They were doing highlights the whole night of the careers of Kane and Taker. And one highlight, you see Taker returning in Survivor Series, busting out of a casket to confront Randy Orton. And then on the same highlight package, Kane's highlight was him being pushed off the top rope by Daniel Bryan, him landing on his opponent awkwardly, getting a pinfall out of it, and becoming the tag team champion. You guys see like you guys ever see the movie Twins with Danny DeVito and Alex Schwarzenegger? The Brothers of Destruction in that movie, Taker is Schwarzenegger and Kane is Danny DeVito. I'm just saying. All right, guys, have a good week.
I love Alex Schwarzenegger.
I do too. So,
brother.
What he's talking about for our people who did not watch Monday is Paige had a promo where obviously she's been trying to take out the members of PCB. So since she's gone, and then she took out Natty, she said, tonight I'm going to take out the B, Becky Lynch, which will just leave me with the C. So, yeah, very, very good promo. Anytime you can work both bitch and cunt without saying the words into your promo is great.
Well,
And
they had already made that joke.
Yeah.
It was on SmackDown or Raw when Renee was interviewing Becky and introduced her as the B in PCB. And Becky did a whole, whoa, you calling me a B? Joke, which was dumb, but that's okay.
Yeah. But then Paige managed to turn it around and insinuate that Charlotte is a cunt.
Exactly.
That's very cool.
In response to Sal's voicemail, Bill says, Ferraris don't have knee parts. Mixed metaphor! So Bill, so Sal and the three of us are basically on the same page in terms of the how we want
Not
the
Paige.
Okay, so Sal and the three of us are basically on the same cunt in terms of how we want the WWE title tournament to come out.
Yep.
So yeah, on Raw we had most of the first round matches. The last three were taped last night for SmackDown.
Yep.
We had Roman versus The Big Show because Roman did not shake Triple H's hand and accept the WWE Championship just being handed to him. I wonder who was going to fight The Big Show in that spot if Roman had shook his hand, but we'll find out. Yeah, that's what happened to Swagger, right there.
Yeah.
Cesaro over Sheamus. Del Rio and Stardust is on SmackDown. Kalisto and Ryback is on SmackDown. Kevin Owens over Titus O'Neil. Speaking of why the fuck are you in the tournament? O'Neil.
Oh yeah, I completely forgot about that.
Neville and Barrett on SmackDown. Ziggler over The Miz and Ambrose over Tyler Breeze. And then on SmackDown, you say it was Del Rio, Kalisto, which I'm still baffled by, and Neville over Barrett. So your second round is Roman versus Cesaro, Del Rio versus Kalisto, Owens versus Neville, and Ziggler versus Ambrose. Looking forward to it. I don't know. There has been no report on how much of the tournament is actually going to be on Survivor Series. If it's just going to be the semifinals and finals, or if I would say so, with there being 2 weeks left. That next week we'll get the quarterfinals on Raw, and then the semifinals and finals will be on Survivor Series. Those last 3 matches, but no official reports of that.
Yeah, if you think about it, you're probably going to have, you're going to have probably 2 matches on Raw, 2 matches on SmackDown, and then you would be left with the semis, and so 4 people are getting a nice paycheck.
Right.
For Rob. So yeah.
Indeed.
Moving on.
So I'm looking forward to how this tournament plays out. How they're I know they're scrambling because this was all very sudden, but hopefully they can make something good of it. And then when Seth does come back and gets that huge face reaction, hopefully they'll play him correctly at that point and work off that huge pop that he's going to get and go from there.
Mm-hmm.
So,
sure enough.
Now's the time for everyone to go to sleep. As I mentioned briefly, that 2K Games released patch 1.02 for WWE 2K16 on the PS4 and Xbox One. This will fix several bugs and issues throughout the game. There's also a minor patch for upcoming DLC before it's released. I mention this solely because the game came out 2 weeks ago, last week. 2 weeks ago.
And you bought copies on PlayStation 3, PlayStation 4, computer.
I don't own the game yet. I don't own the game.
Your ColecoVision.
Man, if it came out for ColecoVision, I'd buy it in a heartbeat. The patch fixes over 100 bugs in the game.
That's not unusual though anymore. That's how creators make their games. They put out a buggy game and then they just within the first few weeks patch it up. That's not abnormal, unfortunately, anymore.
I do not own the game yet. I will at some point, but I'm going to buy it used from GameStop for $50.
Ugh, why'd you give money to them?
I like
GameStop. No.
Yeah.
You're wrong.
You're wrong about many things.
I could sell you a bootleg copy.
I can sell you one that's cased inside a boot.
Ooh, there you go.
That I'm intrigued by.
I can draw you a picture of John Cena and sell you that.
John Cena!
Da, 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 da.
I will say that is one of my favorite memes right now.
I saw a good one today.
There are some really good ones, and there are some that are just fucking awful.
I saw a great one. It was like this video of this like kid. It was all in black and white, and he like it's one of those things where like they have like the pieces of paper instead of talking, like they just pull down page to page. So it's like I really have this important message that I want to tell you. I am, and then it's like John Cena. It's hilarious. It's you're expected to be like I'm gay or I am whatever. Pansexual or something, and he's like, but man, this is hilarious. Good times. Go find that one.
I want to say the one that I really enjoyed that I saw the other day. There's a supercut basically. It had all these ones all together, and it was one. I want to say it was like a documentary. It might have been a nature documentary. I may be misremembering and making most of this up from whole cloth, but I want to say it was like some sort of nature documentary, and it was basically the female of the species only mates with John Cena.
That's fantastic.
Anyway,
how soon before they work that into the next episode of Raw?
Speaking of John Cena, it is being rumored that given the whole kerfuffle now with the main event scene, that now rumored to take place at WrestleMania 32. Is Cena versus Undertaker.
Ooh.
I'm for it. I've been for this for a while, actually.
I'm not, but...
I don't hate it because it means that John Cena's not going for the title.
True. Unless Taker is the champion. In which case, 17-time world champ, motherfucker.
No, I'm telling you, Cena needs to win the title before WrestleMania. Then he needs to fight the Undertaker. Undertaker needs to win the match, leave the title sitting in the center of the ring, and then the next day on Raw, just
you stole that idea from me.
Lights. What's that?
You stole that idea from me.
I don't know what you're talking about, but I think it'd be great, and I think it should happen, and I think they should give the Taker one final title run, and just let it be a brief one-night thing, and let him go out as champion.
I've been saying since 19-0 that his last match should have been the 20-0 match, should have been for the title. He wins the title, he holds the title up in the ring, the lights go out, the lights come on, the title is just in the ring, there's a whole bunch of smoke. He's gone, and that's the last we ever see of the Undertaker.
There you go.
So he's absorbed into the title.
Yes, it's like the Matrix of leadership.
Okay.
They just become one with the title.
So then, the title starts doing spooky things.
Whoever holds the title controls the lightning and the fire.
There you go. That's something. So then you'd see Roman Reigns put it over his shoulder and be like, it shocked me. What the fuck, dude?
Bill says apparently we both stole that from JR, but
that could be possible.
I don't listen to JR's podcast, so I couldn't have stolen it from JR.
It's possible that I absorbed that from JR.
Speaking of WrestleMania, the WWE Santa Clara Mayor Jamie Matthews and San Jose Mayor Sam Licciardo announced today, this week, via press release that WrestleMania 31 generated $139 million in economic impact for the Santa Clara San Jose region this year, or last year, I guess. No, this year. Figures are according to a study conducted by the Enigma Research Corporation.
That doesn't sound shady at all.
That's something out of Batman. This marks the second largest economic impact in WrestleMania history and the fourth consecutive year that WrestleMania generated more than $100 million in economic impact for its host region. 76,976 fans from all 50 states and 53 countries attended the event, making it the highest grossing event in WWE history. Key highlights include $139 million in direct, indirect, and induced impact derived from spending by visitors to the region for WrestleMania 31. 78% of fans that attended WrestleMania were from outside the greater Santa Clara, San Jose region and stayed an average of 3.3 nights. $22 million was spent on hotels and accommodations within the region. The economic impact derived from WrestleMania week was equal to the creation of 1,218 full-time jobs for the area, and $6.2 million was spent at area restaurants.
Wow.
Well, in a related note, I think we have the name of the next Shadow Corporation for Shadowvane.
The Enigma Research.
I know it's going to happen. It's got to happen. That's fantastic.
Yeah, not just because it's Enigma, but it's because it's the Enigma Corporation.
Ooh.
Bill says the title's new power. It holds pants up. Ooh.
Spooky.
All right. What else we got now?
I don't know. What do you have, sir?
We talked about that. Oh, this was a story that I wanted to talk about last week, but we ended on such a terrible joke that I couldn't continue the show. According to the Wrestling Observer newsletter, there's been a big change at the top of the food chain at Destination America. Mark Etkind, who had been the station's general manager, moved to take a similar role with the Science Channel a few weeks ago. Jane Latman is now the new general manager and is currently evaluating all programming on the network. At this time, ROH's run is set to end in December. When their deal ends, TNA will reportedly be off the network in January. Recently, an advertiser was looking at buying time on the network in early 2016, specifically on the wrestling shows, and was told at that time, before Etkind left the GM position last month, that they would not be having any wrestling on the station. Because both wrestling shows do well above the station average, a new person in charge could change the futures for both TNA and Ring of Honor on Destination America. Also of note, Etkind was also one of the executives that Dixie Carter accidentally, maybe not accidentally, emailed and called them all a bunch of shitheads.
Quite.
So, who knows? Maybe TNA's not canceled after all. We'll have to see how that plays out.
Well, they seem to be surviving everything before this, so gotta give it to them. They're still around.
All right. Which should we do first? Do you want to do trivia or question time?
Let's start with question time.
Let's start with question time. Question of the week this week. Remember, these are all legitimate questions, 100% real. I did not make these up. Who's a better wrestler, British Bulldog or Kona Crush?
What? Seriously?
That's the question. Who's a better wrestler, British Bulldog or Kona Crush? Well, they're both dead, so that.
I was gonna say, is Kona Crush still alive?
Nope.
Because that would make it really an easy answer.
Nope.
Who's better at throwing chairs and almost hitting the boss's daughter? That's my pick.
I remember. I think it was Royal Rumble for the Sega Genesis. It might have been Raw, but I'm pretty sure it was Royal Rumble. I remember I always picked Crush, or I almost always picked Crush, just because the finisher of him squishing the dude's head always looked so fucking funny. That I really enjoyed doing that move on Royal Rumble for the Sega Genesis. So just for that reason, I'm going Kona Crush. I think it's obviously Kona Crush.
For some reason, there's a trolling going on where people are claiming that Lex Luger is dead.
One could only hope.
Oh, he's not. But yeah, I've said it like 3 times in my Facebook feed now. Rest in peace, Lex Luger. I actually had to check because I was like, I feel like I would hear about that.
Yeah, right? Yeah. All right. Since we have 2 co-hosts this week, we can actually play 3 for all. I need to get something to mark the score on. So.
Are you going to get in trouble from Raccoon Reigns for stealing his shtick?
Nope, because my version is a little different than his.
Oh, okay, fair enough. So it's not copyright infringement.
Nope, it is an homage.
His version is like the PG version of Raccoon Reigns' Attitude Era.
Oh, it's like the whatever that other company isn't Pixar's version of Pixar.
He's the DreamWorks.
Yeah,
DreamWorks of Pixar. Yeah. So in my version of 3 for all, the rules are a little different. We still alternate with questions, but I don't tell you what the categories are about until you pick them, and the unpicked categories float from round to round. So, Troy, you'll go first. You'll get the first pick here. For the first round, we have the Dean's List, we have the Dr. Demento Show, or I Sense a Theme Here.
We'll go with the Dean's List.
The Dean's List. These are questions about Dean Douglas, Simon Dean, and Dean Ambrose. Troy, for you. Dean Douglas defended the Intercontinental title and lost to Razor Ramon at In Your House 4 on October 22nd, 1995. His only WWF title reign, it lasted a total of 11 minutes. How did Douglas gain the Intercontinental Championship in the first place?
Not like who he beat, how he gained it.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to say... it's probably something stupid. So I'm going to say he had an injunction.
That is incorrect. Andy, do you have a guess?
I vaguely remember the feud between him and Razor Ramon. Very vaguely. I'm going to say he was given the title when the last champion had an injury.
I will accept that as the correct answer. The title was forfeited by Shawn Michaels after the Syracuse nightclub attack.
Yes, that's right.
Given to Dean Douglas.
All right.
Andy, you get question number 2. Simon Dean's initial vignettes showed him hawking a fitness supplement and workout plan. What was this product called?
Oh my gosh. I could see the infomercials. What was it called?
Mm-hmm.
Was it the Simon System?
It was the Simon System.
Oh, how did I pull that one out of nowhere?
2 points for Andy.
Nice.
Troy, you get question 3. Dean Ambrose garnered what nickname among the internet wrestling community due to the phrase being written on his wrist tape at a live event?
That would be Titty Master, Alex.
That would be Titty Master. After the first round, we have 2 points for Andy, 1 point for Troy. Andy, your pick from the Dr. Demento Show, I Sense a Theme Here, or We Bought a Zoo.
I'm going to go with I Sense a Theme Here.
I Sense a Theme Here. I will give you the track title.
Oh, no.
You tell me whose theme song it is.
Oh, good Lord.
I tried to make these easy. Andy, you get the first one. Cha-cha, la-la.
Cha-cha, la-la?
Cha-cha, la-la.
Cha-cha, la-la.
You think while Troy viciously searches iTunes.
Is it Maurice?
That is
I
not
don't
Maurice.
need to, because
Troy.
I know theme song names, and that is Fandango.
That's Fandango. That's one for
Really?
Troy.
Oh,
Second one for Troy. At Last. At Last.
Oh. I feel.
Well, I think I know it.
I feel like that's Christian.
That is indeed
Yep,
Christian.
that was my guess. Yep.
Troy takes the lead. Number 3 for Andy. Papa Party.
Papa Party?
Papa Party.
Remote.
Oh, God.
That's a different kind of party.
That is. Adam Rose.
And Troy to steal.
Party.
Papa Party.
Party. My first guess was the Dudley Boys, but I'm going to say no.
Just because Bubba Ray had a stutter when they started does not mean.
Yeah. Boy, I would have thought that as well. That one's a little bit tougher. I'm going to go with.
Someone's dying over there.
What the fuck is that?
She has a cold. Let her be.
Oh.
Oh no. Jesus Christ, this is a tough one to think of. I'm gonna go.
Papa Party.
Party. I'm gonna go with Summer Rae.
It was Alicia Fox. Nobody gets the point for that one.
Uh,
After 2 rounds, it is 3 points for Troy, 2 points for Andy. Troy, it is your pick. We still have the Dr. Demento Show. We have We Bought a Zoo, or What's in a Name.
What's in the box? Let's go with What's in a Name.
What's in a Name? I give you the wrestler's real name. You give me their WWE or TNA name.
I used to be really good at this.
Okay. Troy, first one's to you. Aaron Stephen Haddad.
Oh, that's easy. That's Damian Sandow. I had to think what his wrestler name was for a second.
Number 2 to you, Andy. James Allen Cox.
Ooh, hot.
He said Cox. James Allen Cox. I'm bad with wrestlers' names. Billy Gunn, I don't know.
Troy, do you know it?
Not really. So I'm going to take a guess as Corey Graves.
That is James Storm's real name.
Oh.
And the third one for Troy. If you get this one wrong, I'm going to punch you in the face. Andrew Galloway.
You really? He's literally going by Drew Galloway in TNA. That's your last question?
You're the one getting the point.
Even I know that one.
Drew McIntyre.
There you go. After 3, we've got Troy with 5, Andy still at 2. Andy, we still have the Dr. Demento Show. We've still got We Bought a Zoo. And now we've got Golden Showers.
Hot.
We Bought a Zoo.
We Bought a Zoo. Questions about Rhino, Tiger Ali Singh, and the Four Horsemen.
Oh, God. I watched the Four Horsemen documentary, so maybe, just maybe.
All right, Andrew, first question to you. When ECW folded in 2001, which 2 titles did Rhino hold at the time?
Ooh.
Say the WCW title. Say the TNA championship.
Stop it. Okay, so when it folded as its own company before it became absorbed in the WWE,
Correct.
the ECW. Okay, so what titles did he hold?
Yes, not WWECW, but actual ECW. When it folded in
was
2001, which 2 titles did he hold?
Was he the ECW World Heavyweight Champion or whatever? And what other titles did they have? I don't even know. The ECW Tag Team Champion.
That is incorrect. Troy, who is making a very strange face.
I know he had the television championship.
Okay.
Trying to think if it was tag team or if it was. Well, it's got to be the ECW championship.
That is correct. The heavyweight championship and the television championship.
Mm-hmm.
You were close, Andy. You were close.
So close.
This close.
All right, Troy, this one's for you. When Tiger Ali Singh first appeared in WWE in 1997, which Legend's gimmick did he rip off almost completely?
Oh my God, I'm trying to think of the guy's name. I remember. Fuck. Iron Sheik?
Andy for the steal.
Damn, I was going to go with Iron Sheik.
I can't think of the guy's fucking
When
name.
he debuted, he stole what gimmick from what legend?
Yes, when Tiger Ali Singh first appeared in WWE in 1997, which Legend's gimmick did he rip off almost completely?
Let's see. 97. Trying to think about trying to think back then.
Say Hulk Hogan.
About to. Macho Man Randy Savage, I have no idea.
It was Ted DiBiase. He played a rich asshole who paid people to humiliate themselves, and he had a servant.
Oh. So did you ever hear the story of Tiger Ali Singh on an airplane with Vince McMahon?
I think so, but remind me.
There was a great thing where Tiger Ali Singh was great on the mic, but was a terrible fucking wrestler. And so they paid him a lot of money to come over. And after a while, his gimmick was that he had a turban on when he was managing, was it Lowdown?
Yep.
Or something, yeah. And
Didn't somebody shoot him in a turban?
I think so, but that's not what the story was.
That's not this. Okay.
So they were on a plane, and Tiger Ali Singh goes over to Vince McMahon, and he's like, you know, I want to talk to you. See, the turban is actually a Sikh thing, and I'm not a Sikh, and my family's starting to get really offended. Is there any chance that I can stop wearing the turban? And McMahon thinks for a second and goes, "You put that goddamn turban on."
All right.
Yeah.
Andy, last question is for you. Which of the following gentlemen was never a member of the Four Horsemen? Lex Luger, Paul Roma, Dean Malenko, or Jeff Jarrett?
Luger, Roma, what was the other two?
Malenko or Jarrett?
Malenko or Jarrett. I'm pretty sure Malenko was. Was Paul Roma a member of the Horsemen? I think he was, honestly. And then at least Luger and Jarrett. I don't know. I'm going to go with Luger.
Troy to steal?
Roma.
Dean Malenko was never a member
Really?
of the Four Horsemen.
Well, I knew that Jeff Jarrett was because that was a stupid fucking storyline.
And I remember watching the Four Horsemen DVD and then making fun of the fact that Paul Roma was a horseman.
See, I didn't watch that shit.
All right. Troy, your pick. We still have the Dr. Demento show.
Not gonna happen.
Golden Showers or 5 Seconds of Summer.
I'm gonna go with. I would like you to give me a golden shower.
All right. This is questions about Randy Orton, Alberto Del Rio, and Christian.
I had a feeling as much.
First question. When Randy Orton suffered a shoulder injury shortly after his debut, what was the name of the segment where he would interrupt other parts of Raw to give updates on his condition?
How come you didn't put Razor Ramon in this one? He's the originator of the Golden Shower.
It's a good question. But that's not the question that I asked you.
I know. RKO TV.
Andy to steal.
This was early on in his career. I think the beginning of it.
Mm-hmm.
What was his gimmick back then?
Say Duck Dynasty.
Oh my God! Stop it. Name of his segment. The Orton Minute. I don't know.
It was RNN, the Randy News Network.
That is stupid.
It was, but it helped establish him as a cocky asshole when he came back. Andy, your question. Alberto Del Rio is the only wrestler to win which 2 gimmick matches in the same calendar year?
In the same calendar year, he won the same gimmick match.
To win which 2 gimmick matches in the same calendar year? Not the same match, 2 gimmick matches.
Oh.
That he won. Which
so,
2?
So you want the 2 gimmick matches?
Correct.
Okay. I'm gonna say Money in the Bank and Royal Rumble.
That is correct.
Hey!
And since you're so far behind, I'll give you a bonus point if you can give me the year.
Oh shit! When did he do that? That would be 2000 and let's see. Let me think back. 12.
So close. 2011.
So close.
All right,
What?
Troy,
What other gimmick matches could he have won?
Hell in a Cell, a ladder match. I don't know.
Elimination Chamber.
Elimination Chamber.
Yeah, but when you, I guess, but when you say it like that, that's all I think of is like we only have
King
2.
of the Ring.
We have 2 things. Money in
You're
the Bank and
winning.
Royal
Shut
Rumble.
up.
I'm sorry.
Troy, last question in this round is for you. Christian is a 9-time WWE Tag Team Champion.
Somehow.
7 of those reigns were with Edge. As part of Edge and Christian, what other 2 wrestlers did he win the championship with?
I know one of them, and I don't know if I wanna say it, other than say another person. Because if I'm wrong, he might just be able to guess his way into cutting into my deficit.
Oh
so
my gosh.
I'm going to say, let's say, Chris Masters and Chris Jericho.
Andy to steal.
Chris Jericho.
Is that Chris Masters?
And who else would he have? Lance Storm.
That's correct.
Yes.
Oh, I didn't know that they ever won.
Mm-hmm. Back when they were the Canadian Connection or something.
All right,
The
going into
Un-Americans?
That's it.
Going into the last round, Troy has 6. Andy has 4.
Ooh, hail
Oh
Satan.
Still
my.
anybody's game. Andy, it is your pick for the last round. We still have the Dr. Demento show. We have 5 Seconds of Summer, or in honor of Veterans Day, Grizzled Veterans.
Let's do the Dr. Demento. Why not?
Dr. Demento show. This is questions about Dr. Shelby, Isaac Yankem, and Damian Demento. All right, Andy, first question goes to you. When Team Hell No originally joined forces, we spoke about them earlier on the show, thanks to the recaps on Raw. What name were they given by Dr. Shelby?
I feel like we've had this question before. But I can't remember now.
You have to shuffle the cards a little better next time.
No, I feel like we've had this one before, but I should know it because of that. But I'm drawing a blank here. It wasn't Team Hell No, because that came later, I think.
Mm-hmm.
Say
Thanks
Team
to
Hell Yes.
thanks to an awful fan vote via the app.
Say Team Hell Yes.
Well, no, because I think Team Hell Yes came after Team Hell No. I'm going to say Team Yes. I don't know.
Sorry, what'd you say?
Team Yes. I don't know.
Troy to steal?
Anger management.
It was Team Friendship.
Oh, good lord.
Anger
Question.
management might have been one of the options, I think.
Maybe.
Mm-hmm.
Second question goes to Troy. Isaac Yankem, DDS, debuted on an episode of Superstars in his first of many matches against Bret Hart. What year was it?
$1996.
Andy to steal.
It was earlier. It was earlier than that. It would be 1990. It's either 1993 or 1994, if I remember correctly. I'm gonna say 93.
It was 1995.
Oh, it was later than I thought. Okay.
Which means I win.
Yep. Congratulations.
But give us the last question anyway, so we can
Give
get
us
rid of this
one anyway.
fucking category.
Troy's going to complain about how easy this one is, too. But, Andy, this one's for you. For 6 points.
Cool. Hey, I haven't done it in a while. There we go.
No, just for one. Even though he main evented the first episode of Monday Night Raw, Damien Demento's only pay-per-view appearance was in which famous gimmick match?
Broad penis.
It's not Money in the Bank. I'm going to say a casket match.
Troy to steal.
And we say ladder match.
It was the Royal Rumble.
Oh, that makes sense.
Pay-per-view appearance was in the Royal Rumble. And Troy wins 6-4. Woo! You were avoiding the category because neither of you got any of those questions right.
See, that's why we were avoiding it.
Yeah.
And now it'll be 6 months until
Because
we
we're
play
like,
this again.
But you know who the real
Both.
winner is?
Both
Adam?
because it takes me that long to write the questions, and because it takes us that long to have two
Bernie
people.
Sanders is the winner.
Okay.
Bernie,
See, I was avoiding because I was like, let me think of all the people with doctor in their name. Dr. Death, Stephen Williams, don't know shit about him. Dr. Demento, don't know shit about him. Isaac
Well,
Yankem.
Dr. Demento's not a wrestler, but
Yeah. Anyways.
a couple more news stories, and then we will be good to go. The USA Network sent out a press release this week announcing that SmackDown will debut on the network on January 7th. The show will stay on Thursday nights, despite rumors that it would move to being live on Tuesdays, airing from 8 p.m. to 10 p.m. Eastern. USA will be using SmackDown as a lead-in for Colony, which will air at 10 p.m. and debut on January 14th. From the press release, quote, with the arrival of SmackDown on Thursday, January 7th at 8/7 Central, USA becomes the exclusive cable home to WWE's two marquee properties. Viewers can now bookend their week with Monday Night Raw live on Mondays from 8 to 11 p.m. and SmackDown on Thursdays from 8 to 10 p.m. Consistently one of the highest-rated weekly series on cable over the past 15 years, SmackDown has been broadcast from 170 different venues in 148 cities and towns in 7 different countries, including the United States, Canada, the United Kingdom, Iraq, Japan, Italy, and Mexico. On January 7th, SmackDown will air its 855th episode from Laredo, Texas. I'm sure this means that they're going to pay some attention to SmackDown now, given that it's on the marquee network. But how long do you think that'll last before it fizzles back into the let's just have the same matches from Raw show?
2 weeks.
Yeah. See, I misheard you at the beginning of that, and I thought you had said that they were going to move SmackDown to the WWE network, and I got really excited for a second, because then I could actually watch it. But
No, they'll never do that.
I know.
They need that advertising money.
At least then you'd know what was going on in Raw.
And then I would know what's going on, because I have no fucking clue, because I'm about 2 months behind.
And even then, you only get to watch half the show because you have to watch it on Hulu.
When I watched it, it's on Hulu, so they cut out, Tyson Kidd versus Layla or something. I don't know.
Your frame of reference is a guy who almost was killed in the ring, Who isn't even wrestling. And a person who's no longer employed.
Yeah, see, it's been that long. It's been that long.
Jeez.
All right. ESPN reportedly set to begin receiving the first word on official WWE news. The Wrestling Observer reports that instances like Jonathan Coachman breaking the news of Seth Rollins' knee injury and having to vacate the WWE World Heavyweight Championship are expected to be a more regular thing. The news comes as ESPN and WWE have begun more of a working relationship that includes Coachman hosting a weekly segment on SportsCenter covering the week in WWE. The network is reportedly quite happy with the numbers that the segment has been getting. In-depth coverage of WrestleMania 32 is expected as well. After being mocked for quite a while as not an actual sports thing, what do you think of ESPN actually covering WWE?
It's nice to hear Jonathan Coachman, talking about wrestling again. That's kind of fun.
It's not like anyone on ESPN actually knows about sports anyway, so.
It's true.
Yeah, good timing. That joke was so funny it made me puke.
I was watching a little bit of ESPN.
I can't edit it out if you keep talking about it.
And when I was out to eat, and there was this program called His and Hers on there, and I just kept staring at it going, is that grammatically correct? And I was trying to figure that out the entire time. So that was my latest interaction with ESPN.
What was the show about?
It's a guy and a girl giving their discussion about like stuff, but I'm like
because you were too busy trying to English teacher the title.
You don't often hear. I mean, you hear that phrase "his and hers," but then I start got to thinking, is that grammatically correct or not? Like,
well, what else would it be?
I don't know. His and her. Like their opinion. Why would it be hers? I don't know. Anyway.
Why is the woman first?
Yeah, exactly. Her and his.
Yeah.
God damn it, I've never thought of that before, and now I can't stop thinking about that.
Get it in your mind.
Shit, because
I just screwed Adam tonight. He's not going to sleep.
God damn it.
He's going to be doing his sick wife. And
his brain is going to be leaking out of my ears.
He's going to be like, just hearing my voice saying his and hers. His and hers.
Yeah, because her is her is not possessive.
Because you can say hers if you're talking about like as an object of a sentence.
Yes, it's but like, her is not a possessive.
But like, why would you say like his and hers watch or something? I don't know. Why came up with watch? But like,
I don't know why
his and hers baby. Like that just sounds wrong. His and hers show. I don't know.
Son of a bitch, Andrew.
Welcome to Grammarcast.
Your English teachered me into a fucking mental block there. God damn it.
I'm ready for a dissertation on that.
So on that, I expect that on my desk Friday morning.
All right.
On that note, that does it for the rundown for this Tuesday, November 10th, 2015. What did you say it was, Troy? 131? Because I didn't write it down. Sounds about right. 131 days since Finn Balor won the NXT Heavyweight Championship. Yeah. Since we can't say Seth Rollins anymore.
You can still say him. I believe.
I believe in Seth Rollins. Go to audibletrial.com/rundown for a free audiobook and a 30-day free trial. APW returns this Saturday, November the 14th, with Full Force Elimination 5 from the APW Arena at the Newbury Fire Hall in Newbury, Massachusetts.
Do you think that him blowing out his knee was just karma for him curb stomping black guys all these years? Just saying.
I can't think about that and the his and hers thing at the same time. So I'm going to ignore that you said that because it doesn't make any sense to me.
Maybe it doesn't make sense. He blew out his curb stomping knee.
American History ex-champion. Lucky Pro Wrestling presents Royal Court this Sunday, November 15th at the Elks Lodge in Clinton, Massachusetts. We're going to crown a king and queen of LPW. Come on down for that. And Liberty States Wrestling.
Is it going to be the his and hers title?
Yeah. I'm sure they'll have 15 teeth amongst the two of them.
Did you say 15 teats?
Teeth.
Oh, teeth. I thought he said teats.
They might have teeth. I don't know.
Are they crowning like a cow?
Is it Bill Clinton on
Like a
the
dog?
debut of the Dana Carvey show?
Well,
No, that's my
since
weekly.
I'm sure you're,
my weekly. Nobody's gonna get that reference.
Oh.
Yeah. Since I'm sure that like your mayor is a possum, I'm sure it wouldn't be that hard to have a king and queen be fixed.
Since your mayor is a possum. Liberty States returns Saturday, December 5th with Holiday Havoc at the John McCarthy Elementary
Holiday
School.
hacking up.
No, that's his wife.
Follow us on Twitter at Rundown Podcast. You guys are assholes. Send us email to rundownwrestling@gmail.com or be like Sal and leave us a voicemail at 206-202-6478, 206-20.
Angst!
Like us on Facebook. Tell your parents and your grandparents to like us on Facebook at facebook.com/rundownwrestling. To make a donation of the monetary variety, go to rundown.podomatic.com and click the PayPal donate button on the right-hand side of the screen.
That gets me every time when you say
Watch archived episodes at youtube.com/rundownpodcast and circle me on Google Plus at google.com/+AdamRundownHost. Feeling constipated? Clear yourself out with tinyurl.com/.
I hate you so fucking much.
Listen to our sister podcast on the Beefcase Network at Shadowvein.
That's not it yet. Shadowvein.net. We have a brand new episode of Progenics Labs up from this month, and we're also going to be doing a fan episode. So if you want to listen to Adam and I and a few other of our voice actors talk about the show, we'll be live on Google Plus this Friday. So check us out.
And patreon.com/shadowvein. Okay, not going to give any further information on that.
Oh yeah, do that. I mean, we would like your money, and we will give you things. Troy is getting a T-shirt and stickers and a lanyard, and that exact T-shirt right there that Adam's wearing.
Look at this.
Not that exact one. I mean, you're gonna get a fresh one.
I would hope so.
We've got this weird Cthulhu thing, but it's got a microphone for a head and only one eye there.
It's pretty cool.
But it's also a weather vane. I don't understand exactly what's going on here. If it's some kind of Japanese tentacle rape microphone, but there it is.
A Japanese rape microphone?
A Japanese tentacle rape microphone.
Hey, but there we go. This has been a Japanese rape microphone podcast.
Oh my God! That's our group name.
And of course, the Pen15 Club on Podomatic, iTunes, and Stitcher. Whenever the fuck we get around to recording the second episode.
I'd like to join you on that.
Hey, it's on a Brock Lesnar schedule.
It is. That's true.
That's right.
Beefcase. Search for us on iTunes under the Rundown Wrestling Podcast. If you subscribe, you get the podcast delivered to you absolutely free each and every week for $0.00. If you cannot afford a monetary donation, leave us a 5-star review because that helps other people find us. If you leave us a text review, we'll read your name and your review at the end of a future episode.
Hey, when's the last time we got one of those?
It's been a while. Also available on Stitcher, also free, Stitcher.com or the Stitcher app on your iOS or Android device. And all of that. Thanks.
You're welcome.
Team Route for the logo. I screamed Beefcase too loud. Now I have a headache. Thanks to Team Brown for the logo. Thanks to everyone for listening. Thanks to Bill on the side.
Gave himself an aneurysm.
Thanks. Beefcase. Beefcase.
You're going to be talking like JR pretty soon.
Bell's Beefcase? Beefcase palsy. Thanks to Troy.
Thank you.
Thanks to Andrew.
You're welcome, sir.
We'll see you in 6 months when you decide to come back.
You're welcome. I contributed so much to the show.
Oh yeah, we were going to talk about Breaking Ground and I completely forgot.
Yeah, Breaking Ground. Check it out on the network. It's actually kind of interesting.
Guess you'll have to come back for that.
I'll come back for that.
Yeah, right. And thanks.
Oh, you're an ass.
Thanks to iFightDragons at iFightDragons.com for the theme song. Next week, Lord knows, but I bet you Andy won't be here. So,
middle finger, but I'm too lazy to lift it.
This one, or this one, this one or this one, this one or this one.
No, take those fingers, turn them sideways, and stick them straight up.
Yeah. You gotta stick them straight up your candy ass.
What was that?
Jimmy Stewart as The Rock. Don't ask me to do it again. As always, Jacob, good night and good luck. Fondon, go fuck yourself.
Fondon, go to shadowvane.net.
And Fondon, go fuck yourself.
Bye-bye.
And tune in next week.
Later.
That's Troy with the premature ejaculation of bye-bye.
Bye. See
Tune in
you
next week.
Later.
For another.
Love you guys. It's a great show.
Thrillingly-
Later. Bye. Bye. Bye.
For another
Bye.
wonderfully mucus-full episode
Okay, bye.
of the Rundown Wrestling Podcast.
Okay, bye.
You guys are assholes. And I don't know why I have you on this show.
Okay, bye.
Bye-bye. Oh, click it, click it.
Did it
Seriously,
stop?
I have a headache now.
Oh. Yeah, we can definitely hear you in the background. Let's do some noise removal.
Let's see what you posted here.
Alright, I'm going to get on Skippy, because it'll pretty quickly. I can go finish my grading I need to get done for tomorrow.
Effect. Noise removal. Get noise profile. Click the whole thing. Repeat noise removal.
On the next show, on the next story in the Shadowfanes, I want to do an accent.
Can you do a black woman from the 16th century? Or like 17th century? Because I'm going to need a person who could do a black woman from the 17th century for one of my future shows.
You don't know me.
That got really echoey.
I don't know exactly how a black woman would speak in the 17th century.
Yeah, they'd be talking like this, man. I don't know.
If you want a Jamaican, we could do a Jamaican.
It's about folks who are still watching on YouTube. It's about to get really racist up in there.
I'm done. Oh, but seriously, I need someone to play Tituba.
You thanks to alcohol. Are you talking like a lot of like? Yes, massa.
Not quite. Not quite. I'm gonna export this now.
Do you?
This gets really bad.
Do you need me to tickle your balls, massa?
Oh my god.
On that note.
That note.
I know you like to make the chocolate and white swirl.
This is 224.
Let's make a comma, baby.